Guys, I'm holding a line. Hey friends, it's Lola in the sky. You heard that correctly. I am a line holder. This is unreal. I never thought in my wildest dreams that I would be a line holder right now. It's really something that my training class wasn't ready for. We didn't think we were anywhere near holding a line, and it just happened out of nowhere. Now, there is a difference between what we hold. Actually, it's called a move-up line. What that means is after they give out all of the hard lines to all of the line holders, they take everything left over that falls into open time and that nobody picked up, and they build lines for reserves basically until they no longer have any more trips, and that's called a move-up line. So they go down the reserve line from top seniority until all of the trips are just gone. So everyone from the top down till the trips are gone gets a move-up line. Normally, the move-up lines don't come anywhere near me. I'm number 166 on the reserve list from the top to the bottom, and so I didn't think it would get anywhere near me, and somehow they built 170. I heard they got to 178 move-up lines this month, which is unheard of. Like, nobody could believe that that was happening. So because it's so rare, unfortunately, I think it will only be for this month, but I don't care. I feel like a whole other person. It's just the best thing that could have possibly happened. The company I work for is merging in October with another company, so once that merge happens, my seniority is going to be knocked down a whole lot more. So just having this month to be able to pick up as much as possible and make as much money as possible and do trips that I actually want, it really puts things into perspective and makes me feel like I want to definitely stick around no matter how long reserve is, because it's a whole other life. Being a reserve sucks. Like, being on call 24/7, never knowing where you're going, never knowing when you're gonna be home. It's really hard, and it takes a huge toll on you. And then this month I get a line, and I know when all of my trips are. I know what time I have to be at the airport. I don't have to talk to crew scheduling. I can plan things with my family, with my boyfriend, with my friends. It's just so refreshing. You might be wondering where I've been. Things were really weird the last few months with my job. I wasn't called for like 2 months, barely ever, and so there was nothing really good to like talk about or vlog about. And then I was being called and turned, I was being called at 2 a.m. I was being turned when I got back from a trip. If they turn you, that's when you get back from, let's say, a 2-day trip, and then before you get to go home, they actually tell you right there in the airport, like, oh no, we have another trip for you right now, go to the gate. And so you're being turned because you have another trip right away. And all of those things were happening to me. I was getting like airport alerts and just turns for the day, no good layovers. I wasn't feeling really good about the job or where I was or anything that I was getting. And I didn't really want to bore anyone with trips that I wasn't even really excited about. And I didn't want to make vlogs and just like complain, because that's how I was feeling, unfortunately, at the time. I was feeling really down about it. And then here I am this month with a line, and everything changed. When the guy called me for the move-up line, he must have thought I was a weirdo, because he calls and he's like, "Hi, this is so-and-so with the move-up line." And I was like, "I know who you are." And he was like, oh, do you? And I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for you to call me for 2 years. And he just like laughed, and then we talked, and he helped me build a line, and it was really nice. One of the reasons I was so stoked when he called me, besides the fact that obviously I'm getting a line, is that I found out only 10 minutes before he called that I was getting a line. I found out through Facebook. Somebody from my class posted in one of our groups about, you know, that they called him for a move-up line, and I was only 4 people behind him on the list. So I was like, oh my god, oh my God, does that mean they're gonna call me? How many are they building? I went on Facebook and I'm like, how many are they building? Does anybody know where they're gonna stop? Does anybody know what the open time looks like? Did anybody know this was gonna happen? I had no idea. And literally, I just like paced around my house until they gave me a phone call, and I answered the phone and I was just the most excited little reserve flight attendant ever. It was so ridiculous. Hey guys, so I took a whole bunch of footage that trip, and in editing it, I realized it was way too long and I wanted to turn it into 2 different videos. So that was the end of that video, me telling you where I've been, what's been going on, what it's like being a line holder. And my next video will be what I did on that trip, on that layover in Orlando specifically. So I felt like I had to make a little clip explaining to you why I had to break it up, why there was like, I didn't have an ending for that video because my ending is for the next video. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the sky.